Where are they going to go? They're going to funnel in, and vSyn will spot them out, and just use Broken Wings to get right on out of there. And actually, are you going to go back in? I don't think he will.
The Riven pick for vSyn, it's nice to see him up there, not on, his appropriately named Lee Sin, but still wanting to check that Tri-Brush out. Probably shouldn't head too near there, but is pinging out the rest of his team. There's a Trinket Ward, just to make sure that's safe and sound. But yeah, top jungle belongs to LOL. Bottom jungle, a couple of wards there, as well as PorpoisePops, Godshu, and Don't Mash Me. All there, looking to just straight away red buff. Says you probably won't see too much level 1 aggression, just because you don't actually get all that much gold for getting early kills. So there's actually, going to be a nice sweeping lens to clear out that early Tri-Brush Trinket Ward.
Yeah, and lane swaps coming in here. It's going to be that Leona Sivir against the Riven matchup. It's going to be really hard for him to farm, as well as it looks like some XP was soaked up there for Hauntzer and the red buff helping out that Evelyn jungle that started a blue potion. So we'll see how that affects his ganking, as we saw it earlier happen, and it was just really hard to get not to get away from, but a ton of burst damage that you really wouldn't expect early on from an Evelyn jungle.
Yeah, the blue potion is actually pretty standard for Evelyn jungles, because giving you the extra cooldown reduction on Hate Spike really speeds up your early jungle. That and the extra ability power, both things that Evelyn uses very well. Death Sentence misses there from Godshu underneath the turret there as Hauntzer does get flayed back out there. A couple of turret shots though on Godshu. Trade that damage right back.
A ton of damage there. Are they going to look for a dive? There is Ignite available, and he hits level 2, so he can burn out away if anything. It looks like we do have, actually, heavenTime coming up top right now. Gonna maybe look for a dive here when that cannon wave does hit the turret, so keep an eye on that one. We do have PorpoisePops making his way up there as well, so it could be a 2v3, and they actually could run into each other in that brush, but PorpoisePops is taking the safer route. This is gonna be the fight underneath the turret here. Stun comes in from the Shield of Daybreak. There is the Boomerang Blade as well. vSyn gonna look to hold on to the flash for a little bit, gets the knockup, but they still get the first blood. PorpoisePops gets that one. He pops the speed again, gets away, and with that, vSyn dying a second after, they will give it over to heavenTime, so a nice counter game for PorpoisePops nets him the first blood.
And there's actually the minion wave cleared out by PorpoisePops. That means that heavenTime and LOD kind of behind enemy lines for now. We'll have to see if they get punished for being so far overextended. But with vSyn just now coming back to lane and still only level 2, be a rough job for them. heavenTime only level 3, same thing for LOD, and level 4 PorpoisePops. Even though that was a 1-for-1, I actually like that trade for vVv. They were able to counter the dive as well as get a very strong jungler off the back of that. But now, you gotta look towards that mid lane. CheesedBeluga versus Nyjacky. Actually nice to see a very healthy shield there on CheesedBeluga. Nyjacky's busy taking turret shots.
Yeah, he doesn't want to do that one, but still a natural sustain coming in from Gragas is pretty good.
Another dive
comes up top. The Undertow is going to get reset. Lohpally looking for potentially a Zenith Blade. There's going to be sort of sled on the wave, and they'll get a few more auto attacks in on that turret, but they will be forced to back out eventually, as PorpoisePops is sneaking his way in. He's level 4, he's still got that blue pot activated, still has double buffs for a little bit. I'm wondering if he's going to hang around up here to try to do a 2v2. As the pink orb was placed, he's going to walk through it. There are pings onto him right now, and that's going to signal heavenTime to come right on back up and try to counter gank this. And the speedy up is popped. Undertow connects, and he's forced to flash away through the slow right now. Lohpally gonna look for the Zenith Blade through the wall, just out of range. That umbrella tip not long enough, and he is now down a summoner in that flash, so it could be pretty dangerous.
Yeah, he actually could have saved his flash if he had had the Dark Frenzy up, but he actually used that for mobility earlier on. Didn't cleanse off the slow there from that Undertow, so it's going to be a summoner down, but probably shouldn't need that if he decides to just, farm things out. But if you're Evelyn, you want to go for early ganks, so I'll have to check that out and keep an eye there. Don't Mash Me and Godshu, bottom lane, putting a lot of damage down there onto the turret. Death Sentence will miss. Could see a flay back on Hauntzer, but he's pretty much full health, doing a good job of clearing out that wave. Hauntzer hasn't gotten dove at all, whereas vSyn has been having a little bit of extra pressure up there from heavenTime, who probably won't head back up top.
I don't think he will either. We're going to see the push come in. This turret is going to be taken out about half in this wave. We do have vSyn able to wave clear, just holding on to his cooldowns. So going to sit back a little bit here and just last it as much as possible. Lohpally can't really harass too much underneath turret without getting some tower aggro like that and even a turret shot. But the first turret of the game will go over to Mash Me and Godshu in that bot lane.
That's going to be vVv with a little bit of extra early gold coming their way, and with PorpoisePops sitting around that dragon, that actually could be the next objective for vVv. Now, heavenTime is going to drop a ward over the wall, so he knows what's going on. PorpoisePops content to start that out, but will Lohpally have something to say about that? Top turret's going to go down, looking for the dive.
Destin's connects on the heavenTime by a dragon pit right now. He gets flayed backwards. He's not level 6. Can he get away? He throws in the undertow to stop PorpoisePops from chasing any further, but he still ends up falling. Don't mash, he picks up that kill. Dragon's going to go down. The tier 1 on the top lane goes down, but still the global gold will go over to the side of vVv. Throughout all of that.
Trading out the top turret for Dragon was okay because vVv had already taken down the bottom turret. So overall, the net gold advantage for them, up about 1,200 gold currently. CheesedBeluga, man, really putting on the pressure. Mid lane able to keep a very healthy shield. Top lane, rather. Beeson actually able to force away the dual lane of LOD and LOH.
Yeah, and now CheesedBeluga, level 6 in that lane, has the ultimate. And if he can actually get a clone of Lod, or I would say Hauntzer, that could be really big at the late stage of the game. And it's like having an extra champion, pretty much. They just get extra auto attacks, and the auto attacks actually apply the passives too from the AD carries, which is pretty fun. You'd see a little bit of a sped up Sivir too, and no gunslinger passive though for Lucian if he were to ever somehow get his own teammate's ghost, which would be pretty cool. He's not Yorick, but you know.
And the great thing about getting a clone of Gragas is that Children of the Grave gives you a percentage of your target's ability power and attack damage. Usually you'd only get the AP part of that from, you know, killing an AP carry, but with Gragas you actually get a ton of AD from the Drunken Rage, so it beefs that stat up even more. There's the all-in on a CheesedBeluga that really just takes off the shield.
Yep, and now at this point, CheesedBeluga can absorb full combos, full barrels if he wants to with that, if he can actually keep the shield up, which is going to be the big problem. Godshu and Mashmi rotating up top right now, looking to take the turret advantage once again, as this turret will fall. Beeson comes around the side, he'll come in, and with that, second turret of the game for vVv will go down on that top lane, and just the tier 1 in the mid lane now left. With this blue buff area being a little bit of a gathering point here, we do see Godshu scout people out. He's going to look to run away here. Undertow was thrown. PorpoisePops in that bot lane, farming up, trying to get level 6. LOD is by himself right now. They both are level 6. They have the ultimates available, but with that spell shield, it could be very very hard for PorpoisePops to secure the kill. Mashmi and Godshu, though, are going to be relentless and stay up in this top lane.
We're going to see CheesedBeluga farming up the Wraith camp before he goes back into mid. It's going to be a two-man lineup there for Lohpally. Nyjacky and Lohpally, they're keeping the push on as well. heavenTime joins Hauntzer up towards the top. 2v3, so not a whole lot of pressure on vVv to back on off.
Pressure on CheesedBeluga in the mid lane right there. He drops the Children of the Grave Ignite as well onto Nyjacky. That doesn't look like it's actually going to pick up a kill there, as he does body slam away. Beeson was coming in from the side, and Descendants does whiff off from Godshu. And almost a turnaround in a 1v2.
Yeah, Beeson's level 5. If he had been level 6, he just would have been able to win/ult kill Nyjacky there, so didn't want to play that too carefully, but or too riskily rather, as he was not level 6 just yet. Beeson's heading down bottom lane, looking to get a gank off onto Lod, but I think he actually saw him heading down, so backing way far off of that. Does not want to get taken out, but now we'll need that spell shield. There's actually on the hunt. LOD a little bit scared of the gank, didn't know who else was coming to join Beeson down bottom.
Speaking of gank right now, Godshu looking to throw the Lancer to keep Mashmi safe. Is he going to pull it? He's actually trying to pick up heavenTime, but cannot do it while Hauntzer is focusing down Godshu. The white actually following all the way through. Descendants connects. There's the Dragon's Breath. It's an Ignite. The Flay isn't in time to get him away from the auto attack, but the Ignite and the auto attacks from the minions and a ward drop with an auto attack from Don't Mash Me picks up the kill, as that was really well played, but they still fell 2 for 1 in favor of Lohpally, as a sneaky attempt from Beeson and PorpoisePops, maybe looking to catch out Lod.
Lod's actually going to stay down bottom and farm, and I like that decision. I don't think that he's in too much danger. Stealth, there's the initiate underneath the turret. Flash over the wall from Beeson. LOD's in LO trouble.
There's the wind slash, but it will not be enough to pick up the kill, and he will be able to flash and keep himself safe. Almost trading Beeson for that one too, with how much damage he took from the turrets. So really nice job by Lod to stay alive. And we do have Lohpally roaming around. They have pings on him. They have wards in the red side of the jungle, and they will just completely disengage and go back into their base and trying to pick up more items.
Yeah, LOD almost lost the last letter of his name as it was taken there by vVv, but it's going to stay alive at least for now. Did have to play very defensively, and so nice micro in that department. heavenTime and Lohpally there to keep him safe for now, as LOLPro, they're looking to take down another global objective. They're down 1-3, 2 turrets and a dragon there in the favor of vVv. They will take down this bottom turret. At least they should. There's actually the engage through the turret onto Godshu.
Yeah, but PorpoisePops is on the side right now. Death Sentence connects, pulls Lod in. They get stunned. They get the ignite. They're going to get the kill. B-Sin gets that one, chasing down Lod now as the knockup will connect. Auto attack comes in. B-Sin gets a double kill. Ragnarok activated for heavenTime right now as PorpoisePops is going to try to dodge away. He flashes from the undertow as well as pops that Dark Frenzy. There's a stun to come in. Godshu going to flay him away as try to bait him away, and pops. PorpoisePops at that will get that kill, and that's a 3 for none, as well as Nyjacky got fairly low from the Children of the Grave, and Don't Mash Me using the culling up top to harass out Hauntzer, and Hauntzer is dangerously low as well.
Hauntzer low, but still at the turret. Will lose the turret. Just grabbing that last bit of CS. As Don't Mash Me will secure the 3rd turret kill of the game for, I'm so used to saying Team Coast, but it's actually vVv. So he is subbing in here tonight for Tails. CheesedBeluga has been doing a great job at that mid lane, keeping up in CS. Does now have the Hextech Revolver and Seeker's Arm Guard. A couple interesting things about Mordekaiser. A lot of people play tank Mordekaiser, but you really do need that 21 in offense just to keep up your shield after it was very, very heavily nerfed. So it's 21 offense, but he's running 6% spell vamp from Quintessences there in his masteries, as well as a ton of flat AP. So that's why you see the shield come up so big so often, because he actually has a lot of that spell vamp to mitigate some of the health costs from his abilities.
Pink ward gets dropped out. They clear that one out with a simple little love tap. We have Tiamat completed up for B-Sin. He's going in onto Lohpally right there. Chunks him away for about a 1/3 of his HP, or a 1/4. I don't know. Whatever increment you want to use. Pink ward is in that brush right there. Auto attack's coming down, and sometimes the pink wards they're kind of tricky. You're just like, oh no, there's not going to be a ward in this brush. You just walk right by it, and you're like, oh, there was a pink ward in this brush. It's just so awkward to adapt to having a fully visible pink ward now.
Blue buff is going to be taken away there by CheesedBeluga. Will secure that for himself. Cooldown's a great thing to have on Mordekaiser. You can see Children of the Grave now down to just 100 seconds on the cooldown. Death Sentence reaches, not going to find anything right there. Just throwing just about everything but the kitchen sink. Chakrams, axes, hooks, everything in the mid lane, but nothing landing just yet. Godshu scouts out, has the lantern. They're just going to pull Don't Mash Me all the way down there towards Dragon, which is the next objective there for vVv.
PorpoisePops is in a really good spot right now. Gets a 4-man ultimate, as well as a Death Sentence on the Lot, who cannot shield that one. Tries to shield the Flay, but it's not enough. Ignite comes through. Mashme picks up the kill. There was a Solar Flare used to try to stop Mashme, but it wasn't enough. Hauntzer in the backline picks off B-Sin. Now the culling, as well as the haste spikes from PorpoisePops, net heavenTime to become a ghost for CheesedBeluga, who will now control him. Hauntzer going to go through the turret. One shot. Oh no, just one shot, and he will be able to get away as PorpoisePops tries to focus his attention to that dragon. There were pings there, and he will disengage, as that fight was actually really good for the side of vVv.
And you can see with the amplified stats, it's actually 100 AD, almost 100 ability power there for CheesedBeluga. He did have that, does have that heavenTime. Goes the flash hook, not hitting there, so a nice play attempt for Godshu, but unable to land it just yet.
No, and now they're going to rotate towards Dragon. They feel strong, they feel confident. Pink ward going to get taken out here. Nyjacky just...
Great capitalization there by Don't Mash Me, who has more than just those 3 letters in his name. Nice to see Dragon as well. And second Dragon, 4th turret, and a lot of global gold going there towards vVv. 5,000 gold lead here at the 15-minute mark. Hauntzer comes back to base. We'll see if LOLPro can trade back a middle turret. They are pushing that in. But with all 4 members there for vVv, it's just going to be CheesedBeluga coming back from base. Can vVv keep this turret alive?
It looks like they're trying to lay into it as much as possible. The damage from Don't Mash Me doing a ton with that blood. There's a shield to stop the Death Sentence there, as Law does not want to be pulled into that fight. And they will disengage, and vVv still holding out to this tier 1. There's a huge wave up top that needs to be responded to, as it looks like they're going to send Mash Me up there, and they might actually give up this turret.
Mid turret should go down on this next push unless CheesedBeluga wants to get in there. Hauntzer just runs forward. Death Sentence down there. Will they be able to burst him? No, way too tanky with that Sunfire Cape CheesedBeluga just going to be content to clear that wave out. Once again, keeping up in CS and will actually exceed CS there if he takes the Wraith Camp. Walks on by just to place a ward and will return for the farm. Lohpally taking down all 3 outer turrets. Now looking towards probably no objectives, just farming things up. Want to get to their next tier of items. You can already see at least the first tier bought out by just about everyone. Bloodthirster, Athene's Unholy Grail, Spirit of the Ancient Golem, and Sunfire Cape respectively. And there's actually the completion of the Talisman of Ascension, so that's going to combo really well with On the Hunt, the ultimate there from LOD, just giving a lot of area of effect move speed buffs to Lohpally.
And look at Godshu. He's 0-1-7. He's got a giant spell and a Talisman of Ascension, so he is a tanky monster right now. I wonder if he's going to go for a Randuin's or a Sunfire Cape, or maybe Frozen Mallet. Could be cool. We'll see where he goes from with that one, as there's a lot of whole options he could go for on Thresh.
CheesedBeluga actually doesn't like completed items. He's just kind of sitting around with a little bit of everything in his inventory. Hasn't decided what he wants to finish just yet. I'd like to see the Zhonya's first, but he also could go for the, I'm thinking of Ruby Crystal into a Spirit, or either Spirit Visage or Haunting Guise, depending on whether or not he wants to go aggressively or defensively there for items. B-Sen's up top is going to be able to push that out very, very effectively. Nobody moving to stop him just yet. heavenTime probably will make his way up there, but there's no more turrets top lane, so B-Sen's got a long way to push.
He does have a very long way to push. He could just let that wave push on by itself. Vlad is up there to respond, though. He'll get a lot of tasty farm out of that. And speaking of farm, 150 for Don't Mash Me. He's a little bit ahead of Vlad right now. We do see initiation attempts as well as the Lantern pull in to Mash Me to try to catch up to the rest of the Lohpally group. But either way, Beeson's kind of sitting up that blue brush, camping it out, waiting to see if anybody is going to bite the bullet and go up there. But now the push is reversed, and vVv are trying to get a tier 2 in the mid lane.
Lohpally grouping up will stop vVv from getting in there for now, but they're going to have a rough time defending this next push because a couple of things are going to happen. A, you're going to see CheesedBeluga at some point go back and spend 1,000 gold. He might be saving up for a needlessly large rod if he wants to go for Zhonya's, but either way, he's got a lot of strength left to come. A couple of big items being completed there. It's actually a Zhonya's Hourglass completed after a Spirit of the Spectral Wraith. So PorpoisePops, man, that guy's ahead. You can see as far as net worth's concerned, is the second highest on his team next to Don't Match Me, who's 4-1 with 162 CS. So the jungle, 80 carry, both very strong roles there for vVv. It'll be interesting to see how Lohpally deal with not only having to stop the stealth initiate from PorpoisePops, but dealing with Don't Mash Me in the back.
If they can deal with Don't Mash Me, if they can get a good explosive cast from Nyjacky, it can pretty much be over for him, and he'll be forced to blow all of his summers to get out. But there's an initiation from Talon Session as they are going to activate the sword for B-Sin. Going with the sun, Lohpally not long for this world, but now PorpoisePops going to use that Zhonya's Hourglass that he has. Well, heavenTime is going to get taken down by the culling. And the Ignite from Beluga picks up that one as Beeson is trying to run away. Hauntzer goes in with the Dragon's Descent, drops it down to PorpoisePops. Beeson trying to chase after Hauntzer right now, but cannot get it. Drops to the Ignite, but it's not enough. The Ardent Blaze comes in, and the Dragon's Breath from Hauntzer picks up the double kill, while Nyjacky kites away, and that was a 2 for 3. Actually, no, a 2 for 2 still overall, as we see Godshu flanking around the side, but will not actually be able to catch off Nyjacky, or cut him off, excuse me, as the Cannon Minion will survive. Not for long, though, as it does fall to the barrel there. He goes behind them, misses the flay, pops out the Lantern to absorb that last turret shot for Don't Mash Me, and the back pings are coming in frantically. Lohpally does not connect the Zenith Blade, looking to come in, has the Shield of Daybreak, stuns up Godshu, pops the Talisman, heavenTime, looking to come in with the axes, but cannot connect it, so they will back off successfully, and that was still a very even team fight.
So for right now, we actually did see the Haunting Guise completed, so a ton of mid-tier items there on CheesedBeluga's Mordekaiser. He's going to go ahead, get a shield up and a blue buff there, as Dragon's up at 30 seconds. Godshu returns to base. We'll pick up some extra ward coverage. Like you said, he does have that Giant's Belt and now a Cloth Armor, so that would signal a Randuin's Omen coming out. We haven't seen that just yet. Like you mentioned, could go for that Sunfire Cape as well. 6-1, 2 more kills going Don't Mash Me's way after that team fight, and he has that kind of Legolas build. It's the Spellcaster build with the Last Whisper Bloodthirster, now looking for that Zeal into Phantom Dancer for him. It's everything but the last Whisper there for LOD, who's a little bit behind a combined 0-6 for the bottom lane of LOL Pro.
Alright, 0-6, not the best, but we've seen people come back from worse and bigger deficits. Pink wards come through into the Dragon Pit. They're going to be able to spot out that ward. Will there be a steal from heavenTime, though? The culling comes in from the side, zoning out heavenTime. He gets caught into the death sentence. Explosive cask comes in from Nyjacky, but does not seal it. PorpoisePops on point with those smites right there, and will be able to grab that over for the side of vVv. And heavenTime now, without his Ragnarok, this next fight could be very crucial for them, or there won't be a fast enough push from vVv, as they are going to look to try to contest this blue buff and rotate over there, while Lod does pick up red.
Third dragon in a row as the strong gets stronger there for vVv, and now a blue buff stolen away. Going to be double buffs there on Don't Mash Me. It's actually just 2, so only 1 on CheesedBeluga, but a couple of things to check out. All right, so for 1, a lot of buffs controlled there by vVv. 2, global objectives all game long have been something they've been looking for. When you look at the turret game, they are ahead 1 turret, and that is the second tier turret taken down in the top lane. But as they look for their next objective, would expect to see them either try to clear out ward coverage, try to control the vision game, but that's actually something that's that LOL Pro are actually doing a pretty good job with. They will need to clear out their upper jungle, though, if they do want to reclaim a little bit of security out on the map.
PorpoisePops is training with Hauntzers down bot, but they just back off both respectively, just like, yeah, I'm done trading with you, we're good. CheesedBeluga was coming to back up anyway. Nyjacky gonna clear out some wraiths, and I'm trying to figure out where they want to go from this point, because it's kind of just been a little bit of trades back and forth. Dragon's still going in favor of vVv heavily. They have that gold lead, as you can see, and Beeson, he's getting to a good point now. He's got the Hydra finish. When he picks up the last whisper, it could be dangerous. Nyjacky, waiting on the side, decides not to initiate anything just yet, waiting for the perfect moment. The ward gets dropped over the wall there. He'll be spotted out, and now vVv will play it safe.
So for right now, the push continues. Just a lot of wave clear there. CheesedBeluga has yet to complete, like we said, his first big item. But a lot of mid-game strength, and that's exactly where we are. 21 minutes are into the game. Death Sentence there on to heavenTime. The culling just to zone the rest of LOL Pro off the turret. Ragnarok forced out, as well as heavenTime himself. So he's going to head back to base, and the push continues for vVv.
And with that Ragnarok down, he took a ton of damage through that. And we do see them still holding on barrels. We'll be able to clear out waves very easily, as well as the boomerang blade and bouncing blades. We do see as they're kind of grouping up. They're staying a little spread out. Godshu may look for a death sentence around. There could be a dive attempt. CheesedBeluga has the Children of the Grave available. If anything, if they get a clone, it looks like the explosive cast does knock 2 in. The Agony's Embrace comes in from Evelyn, and that is going to be ult for ult traded out there. There's nothing else to follow up.
Alright, so the push continues, and I'm going to say the push continues a lot, because that's all vVv are doing right now. They're just sitting in one lane, content to push this out. Now, they will have to clear out that top lane. It's going to be pushing in away from LOL Pro up there. Things down on the top, or onto bottom as well. As vVv, they're content to sit here, look for a dive, look for more kills, but will need to back off and clear out their side lanes here in just a minute.
Yeah, there's one building up slowly up top, which Beeson looks like he's going to go respond to. In the bot lane, it looks like CheesedBeluga, excuse me, is going to go respond to that one. And now, LOL Pro, they find their time to get a little extended and go for that tier 2 in the mid lane, respectively, as they'll have a 5v4 and maybe force Beeson to stop pushing up this top lane. The culling comes out, the wave is cleared, and we are back at a stalemate. Oh, Destiny's out a lot?
Yeah?
Oh, I can't do anything else.
This time the stalemate's just, you know, a few feet
so
down
close.
the lane. But yeah, it's kind of on a knife's edge. It's whoever gets that big first pick, whether it's the engage from Hauntzer, or if it's going to be like death sentences landed by Godshu. But I think word there from him will be able to secure out just a little bit of extra coverage. heavenTime diving pretty low, but the hook on the Nyjacky.
Wow, a 3-man box comes through, as well as an explosive cast. It's going to be Beeson picking up the kill on Nyjacky. He gets another one with the wind slash, chasing up the Hauntzer right now. Children of the Grave, the Ignite comes through, and they get a Shyvana clone now. Unfortunately, not in Dragon's Descent form. We do see the Boomerang Blade as well as the Bouncing Blade come through. PorpoisePops uses the Zoni's Hourglass to live through that one. They're going to chase in a lot here. Beeson comes over the wall, looking to flank from the side. He's going to throw on that AoE damage aura from CheesedBeluga. They flash forward, they get the Agnes Brace. Lot is going to be the target. He gets blown up by the Piercing Light, as well as the Gunslinger passive, and heavenTime gets chased out here as PorpoisePops picks it up with the Hate Spikes, and that is going to be a 5-for-none ace in favor of vVv.
Perfect team fight by vVv. CheesedBeluga even getting that ghost of Hauntzer there. We'll have Shyvana around for just a little bit, but something to point out is that I was talking about which team got the better engage, which team got the better pick. They actually both kind of went at it at the same time. The only problem is that the hook onto Nyjacky meant that he died first, and without that big amount of burst damage to get onto either Don't Mash Me or especially CheesedBeluga. Beluga just went nuts in that fight. There's a straight up death cap purchased as soon as he goes back to base. Death cap from nothing. Probably going to be abbreviating that as decap as he gives it to LOL Pro. Now up to 329 ability power. Coming out of base, a very strong Mordekaiser indeed.
And I'm wondering if he's going to go for a Hexagon Blade, but actually Nyjacky was forced to flash out from his own blue buff, as it will be stolen away. Mastery picks it up. There's oncoming pings from the side of LOL Pro. They want to go in here. Godshu is going to be the target. They take him out as Lod gets that kill. He even shields the Wind Slash. CheesedBeluga comes in from the side, though, picks up the kill, goes on the killing spree, pops the ultimate onto Lohpally, and heavenTime is going to get taken out here. So Don't Mash Me chases in, flashes forward, looking for a slow onto Lod with that red buff. Flashes over the wall, while meanwhile on the back of the tier 2 in the mid lane, PorpoisePops getting chased down by Hauntzer will be able to get out of there, and the push onto the tier 2 will commence as Don't Mash Me picks up that one, and they might try to pressure Inhibitor Turret. I don't know if they're going to go for that one. CheesedBeluga is joining the party, and it looks like they will get some damage onto it and be forced to back out, unless Master wants to keep beating into it, as he uses the Relentless Pursuit to back out.
Yeah, Hauntzer's actually really strong, but he stacked up nothing but armor. Has 61 ability power, or 61 magic resistance. So CheesedBeluga, we've seen him blow Hauntzer up a couple of times, and now especially with that decap, looking to make that a little bit easier. PorpoisePops very low after almost dying to Hauntzer, but hey, a dragon's a dragon, and that will be the 4th dragon in a row of the game for vVv.
Very good, but now, LOL Pro gonna go into this Baron pit, attempt to start the Baron, be spotted out by a ward, disengage. There is the Shield of Daybreak and the extra armor and magic resist from that one. It pops, but nobody else is around. Pink ward battles come through, no death sentence for that one. Barrel connects on the 2. Nyjacky gonna knock Godshu into the middle of the party, but he plays in boxes. Cannot get out though, as Nyjacky using his own Zonia's hourglasses. He's still gold. That looks really weird. And Hauntzer will be getting out of there with the Dragon's Descent. Nobody else can chase onto him. It looks like everybody else getting out of there just fine, but it's a 1-for-none in favor of LOL Pro, and is Zonia's active still going? That was weird.
It's actually a 2-for-0 as Beeson and Godshu both died there. Great bait there at the Baron. They backed off just in time. heavenTime actually almost got taken out, but as soon as vVv decided, hey, Olaf's the guy we want to kill, immediately he got this cocoon of protection around him from Nyjacky, starting that off by killing Godshu, and then there's not a whole lot you can do to stop the Ragnarok to Olaf running away. heavenTime able to survive, and a nice turnaround. A couple of kills coming there for LOL Pro, and for vVv, they are ahead. Yeah, they're up about 10 kills, 11,000 gold lead, but the game's not over just yet.
It's not over at all, as the wards do get cleared out at that Baron side. CheesedBeluga did a good job with that one. We're seeing Lohpally group up in the mid lane, as well as setting Beast in from vVv's side to deal with the waves and push him out. We're going to see Lod go deal with top, and a 4-man push attempt from vVv here to do some more damage to that Inhibitor Turret. It has healed up a little bit, as it did change in the last patch that it does heal. There is a culling onto Nyjacky, and he gets taken down to half, and nobody else follows up, unfortunately, for some extra damage, but still getting chunked out. He will back off and just go back to sending barrels into the lane.
Now, as far as the lane's concerned, definitely something we should take a look at. Bottom lane, about to lose its 2nd-tier turret. Tops was gone a long time ago, and after middle fell previously, that's all outer turrets gone for LOL Pro. They're going to have their work cut out for them, but they also have a ton of wave clear between just Sivir as a whole. Jacky's got a lot under his belt and should actually have a death cap there, but has the Zonius instead, going for a little bit more of a defensive build, and after getting death sentenced a couple of times in his last 2 fights, definitely wants to make sure he has that Zonius to stay alive.
The flank comes in now. PorpoisePops looking for an Agnes Embrace. Can he get in onto heavenTime? He does get the slow. Gonna force the Ragnarok to lock the outside, but a beautiful solar flare to come in onto 3 members as Hauntzer goes in with the Dragon's Ascent, but nobody else was there to follow up. And now they have a Children of the Grave Ghost on that Shyvana, and Hauntzer can tank a Baron just fine in Ghost form.
The Death Cap actually amplifies the extra ability power you get from Children of the Graves, so it's even more coming the way there of CheesedBeluga. Now, he didn't actually get... Ooh.
He's trying to be sneaky. He's waiting on the side, out of vision. But vVv still disengaged from that one, and surprisingly, they haven't started Baron just yet. Now they're going to go in, and they're leaving that Shyvana clone, as it did just die. Never mind, they were leaving it outside the pit to scout out. As Godshu now gets a flame on the heavenTime. Beastin pulls the Lantern, gonna go in. Ignite gets dropped, and Mash Me is godlike. As now Lohpally is gonna use the Talisman of Ascension to run away. Lot is still waiting in that brush. We do have Nyjacky on the side, looking to throw in the explosive gas, trying to turn to steal here. Barrel comes out, and he gets it!
Jacky's
with the barrel! Oh my god, they should call him Nygadd, as now he's gonna get knocked up. Is he long for this world? Looks like no, he cannot even press his Zanyas, but he goes down to CheesedBeluga, and everybody else is gonna back out as the Soul Barrel and the explosive cask steal away the Baron.
Alright. Well, Jacky's breathed new life into the LoL Pro lineups. They will take down the first Baron of the game after losing almost every global objective. Baron in their pockets and something desperately needed. It's not quite going to make up for the difference down there in the bottom lane, as Don't Mash Me now incredibly strong. Last Whisper BT Trinity Force and looking for an Infinity Edge coming out next. Could look to turn that into a Mercurial Scimitar with the Quicksilver Sash, but the big things that the Baron are going to help are heavenTime and Hauntzer. They get a lot more offensive stats, and when you pile that on top of having built very defensively, really kind of gives you the complete package there. So it'll be nice to see if they, as tanks, not only get that extra offense, but will be able to use the extra sustain to be able to engage fights, then disengage, and stay alive with all that extra regen. But they're going to have a tall order going up against the 12,000 gold lead that previously was there for vVv. Now a little bit more absent as it gets ticked down just a little bit with that extra gold coming towards LoL Pro from Baron.
And the buff is still on. A few members. Lot has it, Hauntzer has it, Lohpally has it, and does heavenTime have it? No, he did not. He respawned without it. We do see PorpoisePops and Beastin now with a GA, so looking to sustain through some of these fights and maybe come back to life. Ward's going to be cleared out here as vVv do group up towards the bot lane. Pinks come in, and I think that's going to put a little bit of a halt on vVv, because with that Baron, Lohpally looking really strong. Hauntzer gonna get spotted up by a ward in that brush there. But the hunt is activated. Lohpally looking to go in. Hits the solar flare. Godshu's gonna be the target. He pops the box. The barrel comes in. He is gonna die as Hauntzer picks up the kill. But up top, CheesedBeluga is split pushing and trying to take down that inhibitor turret by himself. It looks like Beast and everybody else is gonna try to delay them from going back as fast as possible. And they're fighting up top right now. CheesedBeluga is tanking the turret and using his passive, but now we see the lock of the Ascension going in. Beastin is going to be the target as well as PorpoisePops. The Zonius Hourglass, the explosive cast. Beastin has the ultimate activity. He's going to pop from the GA. PorpoisePops comes out of Zonius. He's going to get ignited and taken out by Hauntzer, while Beastin gets kited by Lon and Nyjacky. Don't Mash Me trying to chase down Hauntzer, but sees Nyjacky on the side. Well, heavenTime going to get turned into a ghost here. CheesedBeluga looking to come in with his own little personal buddy, Olaf. Drops Ignite onto Lon, but cannot get it. The Zonius Hourglass used. Nyjacky going to look to get the turn on, but CheesedBeluga eating too many turret shots will fall to the crit. And that is just unfortunate now, as LoPro coming back into this game slowly but surely, and that Baron buff paying off.
Diving through those turrets, especially CheesedBeluga getting way over aggressive, and then the Guardian Angel just kind of worthless there for Beastin. Revived him, but died immediately thereafter. The Deathfire Grasp completed onto PorpoisePops should synergize very well with CheesedBeluga, allowing a much easier Children of the Grave, or Child of the Grave rather, but that combo didn't really work out. They were both in very different places at very different times, and now LoL Pro fired back, and they're coming back in this game, but haven't come back just yet. Dragon going their way is a nice start, as that is the first Dragon taken of the game. 35-minute mark, they finally take it down.
Yep, and let's see. With the inhibitor open in top, could see a 5-man group. Could see more split pushing and leaving Beastin up there. He's really strong. He's got the Blast Whisper. His GA is on cooldown, so going to be kind of useless for a little bit. And they're going to walk by, drop pink wards, drop wards. On the blue side, it's They have a 4-man group roaming up there, being very patient, kind of hiding around corners, trying to dodge out stuff. A ward gets dropped, it gets pinged out instantly. We do see them using the sweeping lens, and they're going to go clear. Oh, they actually missed the timing on that ward and do not clear it, as now Lohpally will be able to defend this. Oh, wow, they're using the hunt as well as the lock of the Ascension. Ghost comes in. The speed crew from Lohpally take down B-Sin. Don't mash me on the side with the culling, not doing enough to get in. He will get the piercing light, but it's not enough as Hauntzer just goes over him with the Dragon's Descent and takes down Godshu. heavenTime falls down there. There's a ghost for CheesedBeluga. Lohpally going to be their choice, as they will take him out. Don't mash me barely living on the side there, gets taken out in the end by Lod, as now with that ghost, it's still a 3v3 technically, as he does give the shield to it. He's letting it tank up a lot of this damage. He's going to charge into Lod. The shield gets popped. He mitigates all the damage. CheesedBeluga coming in from the side, letting PorpoisePops drop the DFG. The hate spikes come through. Lod, with the help of Nyjacky, just body slamming into CheesedBeluga there, taking him out of his zonias. And now PorpoisePops, where is he going to go? He's going to get flanked out here, and he's trying to take down Lod, but it's not enough. He pops zonias. Is he going to be able to get it? Looks like no, as the barrel from Nyjacky guarantees the ace and keeps Lod alive. As that is a 5 for 3 in favor of Lohpally.
But the double tank lineup from Lohpally did its job completely. Hauntzer, as soon as Don't Mash Me came into the fight, you notice he actually kept that culling down very early on, and I was like, well, the culling doesn't deal all that much damage. You really want to get in there with auto attacks. As soon as Don't Mash Me goes in for auto attacks, Hauntzer just dives him, and it was effective not necessarily at killing Don't Mash Me, was later on killed off by LOD, but it just kept him out of the fight. So when you zone away 10 kills of the 30 there for vVv, you not only take Don't Mash Me out of the fight, but you're also protecting your carry lineup. And if you look at the 2 members of Lohpally that stayed alive, it was LOD and Nyjacky, both of whom were able to really clean that fight up for Lohpally. So the game continues. We're at 38 minutes, and after a dominant performance by vVv for the first 20 to 25, Lohpally starting to show some signs of life.
And they were down by a lot more gold than they were before, only down 9,000 now, so slowly, they're clawing and fighting their way back in. Talisman of Ascension used by Godshu, looking to come in and try to catch anybody else out. He flashes Death Sentence. It's not enough to catch onto Nyjacky, as PorpoisePops comes in, drops the ultimate, but a shield from Lod stops that. The crit comes out, and Lod is now godlike. Oh my god, this fight is turning around so hard. The culling onto heavenTime. We do have Mash Me backing up from that side, and a nice response by Lod to turn on some PorpoisePops.
This game is starting to get so late that weaknesses for early game. We talked about the 0 and 6 bottom lane for LOD and LOH. Now it's actually 7 and 4 the score there for LOD as he does go godlike. There's damage over the wall. CheesedBeluga, we talked about him starting out with very low itemization, but now starting to get those completed. Does have that Will of the Ancients as well. Going in there, just gonna get blown up, sustains for a very long time, gonna gain some health back, and in the end will get taken out.
He tries to sustain with his passive and the spell map he has, but it's not enough. Lod is gonna take down Godshu. heavenTime is gonna throw the true damage on top of that one, and now they're gonna go back right onto Baron. Can there be a mirror and steal here from Lohpally? PorpoisePops is alive. He's running down with home guards. I don't know if he's going to get there in time. That Baron is falling dangerously fast. We're going to see Don't Mash Me drop the culling up the side of the wall. It will not pick it up. A smite from heavenTime will guarantee them that one. And the second Baron of the game is going to go over to Curse.
4 dragons, but no Barons for vVv. 2 in the number of Barons, the score there for Lohpally. Something interesting to notice is that while Nyjacky was able to steal away the first Baron, this one gets taken down free and clear. Culling not able to do anything about that. Don't Mash Me, he's been so strong for so long. The only problem is that now he has to go through a tank line that's really doing work here for Lohpally. Hauntzer and heavenTime both just allowing Nyjacky and especially LOD to just completely carry out this game for Lohpally. And I don't know, if you're vVv, you got to figure out some answers, and I'm not sure there's any answer that begins with what they need there. LOD gonna grab a red buff, come back to that middle lane, red and purple on him. Is there a blue buff? Yeah, Jacky's already got the blue, so this is an incredibly strong push for Lohpally.
And with this could be a reverse, and the inhibitor turn in the mid lane could fall. We could see a hard engage. I try to combine initiation and engageation there, and this is looking very grim now. vVv he said, looking for some way to respond to this. Baron up Lohpally going to go for an easy outer turret instead in the tier 2 in the bot lane. Stay grouped up as 5 drop wards. Use the Oracle's Lens to clear out everything for heavenTime. And now, with that Baron, they're going to be able to regen really fast and push this tier 2.
Ashes and dust in the bottom lane as the culling will clear out the wave for now. At least keep the turret alive for a few more seconds. Next wave pushing on in right on schedule. Death Sentence grabs the minion, pulls that in. And there's actually the initiation through the turret.
Nyjacky gets blown up, forces Zonius. Hauntzer's in the backline right now, dealing with Don't Mash Me, just diving on top of him, but it will go down as Beeson picks up that kill. Mordekaiser picking up the kill on Nyjacky. PorpoisePops is running away. Talisman Ascension to follow that one up. They throw the Boomerang Blade, they pick up the kill. Double legendary, double kill for the side of Lod as now Undertow connects on to Godshu. He's going to play Renwood's Omen, comes in the slow. The Zenith Blade, everything. He's going to blow up. Triple kill for Lod right now. Unfortunately, cannot go for Penta as Match Me did back out. Beeson still has GA, and that was a 3 for 2 in favor of Lohpally now, who are going to have heavenTime just face tank the turret. They do not care. They're going to lay a ton of damage into this one. There is the culling to clear out some of the wave, and it will clear out the whole wave, but not enough to stop them from taking the turret, as the inhibitor now is going to be the target. Lod is going to be able to lay into it, take it down. In a few more auto attacks, Beeson comes in, gets the stun. He's going to chase this one down. Ignite goes down. Don't Mash Me picks up the kill.
My.
As he now gets a double kill. He's looking for the triple kill in heavenTime. He gets it with the piercing light and an ace in favor of Lohpally after ace in favor of vVv after Lohpally committed really hard to that inhibitor.
And in honor of Don't Mash Me, I will ask at what coast the kills coming out, the ace there for Lohpally, was that worth it? Not necessarily sure. They're giving away kills, but they're taking objectives, something they haven't done all game long. Now finally starting to come into their own. Don't Mash Me is going to push down that mid lane, going for their first inhibitor of their own. No Nexus, or no base turret rather, up there in that top lane, and as the rest of vVv push on in, should actually have a pretty decent chance at taking this turret down. There's actually Explosive Cask chunking out Don't Mash Me. Jackie just clearing the wave.
The barrel didn't connect. If that barrel would have connected, that would have been deadly. I could have seen some body slam follows. We do see Oracle's Lens getting used there. PorpoisePops pops the speed. They're looking for a counter inhib as the wave is slowly pushing into that bot lane. They will try to make the wave now push up in top lane as everything is going back and forth. The inhibitor will fall. 5 members of Lohpally trying to get, 5 members of vVv trying to get out of the base. The box is popped. Everyone's slowed. Godshu trying to get out. He has flash. He gets over the wall. Has the lantern if anybody else straggles behind, but he will be able to get out. heavenTime throws the Undertow, cannot connect it, as now PorpoisePops looking for a position to drop the Agony's Embrace. There's the Talisman of Ascension. They force a flash out of, I don't know who that was. It was actually CheesedBeluga. Death Sentence connects on to heavenTime. Don't Mash Me over the wall. Bursts him down. DFG, Agony's Embrace. heavenTime going to get taken out almost as he gets away. But now Hauntzer in the back line going for Godshu and anybody. He cannot pick anybody up. Just barely getting out of there as the Lantern is well pulling CheesedBeluga to safety. And that is a 1 for none as the life bars are just blinking red all over the place.
But you got to get back to base. There's damage on the Nexus turret. Almost going down, but finally it will be Don't Mash Me returning with CheesedBeluga and Godshu. Actually saw PorpoisePops deliberately stick around the Baron area just to see if Lohpally were going to overextend. They don't. They lose an inhibitor, and now it's actually about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes until the bottom inhib respawns for vVv. Keep in mind, lower, about a minute less on the time that it takes the inhibitors to come back up, so vVv will get their inhibitor back sooner. And that means that before long, you're actually going to see the advantage go back in their favor as far as inhibitors are concerned. So they take the top inhibitor, weren't able to push down mid very successfully, but still both teams capable of winning these team fights. There's about a, what is that, 6,000 gold lead. We've seen the gold stretch as far apart as about 12,000, 13,000 in favor of vVv, now cut in half. Lohpally really showing some good defensive strats, but need to keep that up as they do have an inhibitor down.
Yeah, but so does the side of vVv. It's going to be spawning in a couple minutes. We have Baron spawning in a minute and a half now, and the next big fight could be around that point. Don't Mash Me clearing out this wave very easily. He's got Infinity's Edge, he's got Mercurial, he's got Trinity Force. His build is pretty much complete when he sells his boost for Zephyr. Then it's going to be very fun to see the culling, as that'll be a ton of shots. PorpoisePops has grabbed up his own GA now, as everybody is kind of split a little bit from the side of vVv. 2 members down bot, 2 towards the mid, actually 3 members towards bot. Now everybody rushing down that bot lane. Is this going to be a base race? No, actually they're going to back up from vVv. I was about to say.
Right. We have had all of our base races so far after yesterday, but there's actually in the middle base turret going down there. LOD is going to come in there, has a ton of damage there. Turret evaporates, ashes and dust out as the culling comes out from Don't Match Me just to push them away. Talisman of Ascension will help Lolpro disengage. Top lane's, the inhibitor being down really hasn't affected Lolpro just yet as the minion wave pushed out very, very far, but Baron's back up in 20 seconds, and vVv, they're just gonna go for it.
All right, they're going to go towards the lane. They're going to get flanked out here on the side. We do have pinks coming in. They know that they're coming. Nyjacky looking to come in. What is he going to look for? There's a DFG in response from PorpoisePops. Going to chunk him out a little bit. There is the hunt as well as the Locket of the Ascension, or the Talisman of Ascension. We're going to see hate spikes. We're going to see awkward positioning as they're still hanging out towards their blue from the side of Lowpro while vVv gets to get this push in the mid lane. They're chunking them out. They're using all the damage. Yeah, he's pulling the minions as well, but they're going to face tank this one. Explosive Kassadin, Don't Mash Me. He's going to be able to try to tank this one out, but the box as well as Hauntzer leaping in the back once again. PorpoisePops GA gets popped. Sin goes in, gets stunned up on the solo flare. Hauntzer going to peel Hauntzer. Oh gosh, he peels Hauntzer off of Don't Mash Me. They actually pick up 3 kills, and they're going to go for a 4th on Lohpally as the hate spikes continue from PorpoisePops. It looks like they're going to try to push this game and win as Nyjacky is the ghost. The Children of the Grave coming in huge effect here from CheesedBeluga. Lohpally goes in, trying to delay them as much as possible. heavenTime not able to follow up. Lohpally falls, and after 47 minutes, it's going to be vVv winning the game over Lolpro.
What a game. 47